What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a great day. And if you're new to the channel and want to hit the subscribe button, that would be awesome. Today, more Skyline content. We will finally be installing the bell mount downpipe from ISR. Those of you who have been following the channel, I've been waiting for about 3 months now for this downpipe to get made and shipped out to me. I've been on ISR's waiting list and it finally showed up. Let's check it out. Bum, introducing the 3-inch stainless steel bell mount downpipe from ISR. Thank you again, boys. Can't emphasize this enough. I've been waiting 3 months for this and it finally showed up about a couple hours ago. Pretty good quality, I mean, for just being a stainless steel pipe, but the machine welds are nice, flanges are in great shape. We got a bung here, which is nice for the O2 sensor, which I did order a new one from Nissan, or it's NTK, it's like NGK, but NTK's brand. So car does have about 52,000 miles on it, so it's about time to replace the O2 sensor, and I just want to freshen up all the components on the RB20. And also the flange for the turbo is cut out very nicely. And to those who are curious what the bell mount downpipe does, obviously free flowing 3-inch, connects the turbo outlet pipe to the front pipe to the cat. So I'll have the Berg's 3-inch high cat, and then of course we got the 3-inch titanium Tomei exhaust. So with this I should free up pretty much all of the restrictive power from the motor, as well as my turbo should be spooling a little bit faster now, so that means more turbo noises, and I'm incredibly stoked for that. Also waiting on my exhaust wrap to come in. I bought from Summit Racing. I believe I bought like 50 feet and it's rated for 1500 degrees. So I want to cover this up, of course, as much as I possibly can, because you do want to keep the heat inside the exhaust as much as possible. So today's objective, I will be taking out the front pipe as well as the heat shield to the turbo, soaking all the bolts in PB Blaster and letting them sit for a good 12 to 24 hours. So this will be another notorious 3-day vlog. So taking off the turbo heat shield should be pretty self-explanatory. I believe it's like 4 or 5 bolts. Might have to take off this heat shield to the turbo manifold too. So we'll go ahead and remove the turbo heat shield, soak the, I believe it's like 5 or 6 bolts on the turbo to the turbo outlet pipe, and let that soak, and we'll continue this the next day. Cool, so I got the necessary bolts to the turbo heat shield. Unfortunately, this guy, one twist and just snapped, but still was able to get these other guys unharmed. Just gonna hit these guys with my WD-40. Got the heat shield off here, it's gonna give it a good cleaning. Now our small ass turbo is exposed. Pretty cool to see it. Actuator there, all the good stuff. Got the O2 sensor unplugged. Just gonna go ahead and hit all these bolts you see there with PB Blaster, let it sit, and I'll go ahead and hopefully get them off without breaking anything, knock on wood. Turbo bolts are blasted, and I emphasize blasted. Honestly, they're more like drenched. All 6 bolts of turbo, just annihilated them with the PB Blaster, because I cannot risk breaking any of these, because that's going to be a huge problem. So tomorrow I'll give each bolt a nice love tap to shock them, and then proceed to PB blast them again. And when the O2 sensor and heat wrap comes in, that's when I will proceed to take out the front pipe and the turbo outlet. Still looking into intercoolers. There's a couple brands in Australia that I'm looking at, and then there's also our Japanese brand. I'm looking at some Greddies, some HKS, but really looking at the Blitz intercooler that I read a lot of reviews on. But to those Skyline boys, let me know what intercooler worked best for you. So it's about 4 hours later, just got back from the gym. Thought to myself, hey, these bolts have been soaking a good 5-6 hours. Let me just loosen one and I'll call it a day. Boy, was I wrong. So ended up taking out all 6 of the front pipe turbo outlet bolts. They were a pain in the ass. One of them, this guy here, almost rounded out, but I used this nice line wrench here, hit it from the bottom with a pipe from my jack, broke that free. These are the two bottom bolts to the turbo, which were also a pain in the ass. This isn't actually supposed to come out, but this nut here ended up threading the whole bolt out, so an easy fix. And again, that one, very, very tight spot. But on the good side, we got the turbo outlet and stock front pipe out. This is honestly the hardest thing I've done on this car. I'm not gonna lie. These are the bolts that go to the bottom. Can't really see, my apologies. But you have this small, very small area to work with. Can't get a ratchet in there. Can't get like an open end wrench because you risk the chance of stripping the bolt. So like any tube line wrench will work. Get the car super high up if you don't have a lift, and use a, again, jack handle to make extra leverage to take these bolts off. Pretty exhausted after that. Honestly, even the quality of the OEM front pipe is really nice. This is pretty heavy too, and this guy is pretty light, so definitely it's going to go ahead and wipe down the ISR bell mount downpipe. There's nothing else I can do from this point. Again, don't need that. I am though going to clean up parts of the firewall and the block where I got PB Blaster on, just to keep it clean while I have this excess room and everything else around it. And then tomorrow, when the heat wrap comes in, go ahead and wrap the front pipe. Just go ahead and reinstall everything back in and wait for the new O2 sensor, fire up and check for leaks, and we should be good. It is the next day. Yesterday my thermal heat wrap came in, so as of right now I'm just going to go ahead and wrap as much as I can of the downpipe. If anything, I guess O'Reilly does sell this brand of exhaust wrap, so we can visit Chris if I need more. Hopefully I can get the whole downpipe wrapped. It is, I believe, 25 or 15 feet, something like that. Once we get it all wrapped up, we'll go ahead and throw the downpipe back in, and then today my O2 sensor should be coming in. Alright, just got done wrapping the downpipe. Not bad for my first time wrapping an exhaust unit. Some forums and the instructions said to dampen the wrap, so it facilitates a tighter wrap when the material dries. So I went ahead and did that. Need to run to O'Reilly's and get bigger cable ties because the ones that they provided are like 6 inches, and I double tied this one, which isn't the most smart and it's not really secure, but not too bad. And this was 50 feet with 1/4 inch overlays. Got almost halfway, but I think the part that matters most is the upper portion towards the engine bay, and that's below the passenger seat. So I'm gonna go ahead and run to O'Reilly's, grab some better cable ties, might even grab some more heat wrap and just get the whole downpipe situated. We are back, got some 11-inch cable ties. Also, mailman just dropped off the new O2 sensor for the Skyline. NTK, the O2 sensor brand that I always go with the Prelude, very reputable company. Just gonna go ahead and cable tie this wrap more securely, and then go ahead and button her all back up. Alright, got the downpipe in with no issues. Bolts all went in smoothly, got the new O2 sensor. Everything fit pretty well. Was kind of a struggle getting the downpipe to fit onto the high flow cat. It kind of bent up weirdly, but I just had to reposition the whole exhaust, and now everything is sitting flush. Right now I'm going to go ahead and start it, get the nice cold start, and then check for leaks. And if everything checks out, we'll go for a test drive. already noticed a significant difference in throttle response and how fast the turbo spools up. No leaks coming from the downpipe to the turbo, which is good. I did notice some smoke coming out from the downpipe, but I forgot it's just vapor because I soaked the exhaust wrap in water, so when it dries it holds tighter on the pipe. Other than that, everything's good. I do have a leak, not from the downpipe to the cat, which is great, but you can't see on camera, but the cat and the tome is like offsetted. So if you're looking through this bolt hole here, there's a tiny hole where exhaust gases are escaping, which is an easy fix. I also have to maneuver the cat again until everything lines up sufficiently. Other than that, everything is good. Since the diameter of the downpipe is bigger, I cannot utilize the stock mount, so I'll have to get a custom mount made, or I'm sure GK Tech sells one. But on that, this exhaust isn't going anywhere. Other than the leak from the cat and the exhaust not lining up, I would say this install went pretty successful. Getting the bolts off was obviously the hardest part. Of course, they were 30 years old, but other than that, pretty straightforward. The ISR downpipe fit like it should, routed right through the exhaust tunnel like it should. I got rid of this old boy, but I'm definitely going to hang on to it just in case I need to swap it out for whatever reason. So right now I'm just gonna go ahead and wait for Ben and Brandon to come over and help me realign the cat and the Tommy. And once everything's good, I'm gonna let it idle again for another like 5-10 minutes, go on a test drive, come back, jack it up, retest for leaks, and hopefully everything checks out. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video here, guys. Thank you so much for your continued support. And if you're new to the channel and want to hit the subscribe button, that'd be awesome. And remember, aim high, drive low.